Here are the holiday hosting essentials that I swear by after hosting years of family and friends here in our home. For me, this is like the holy grail when it comes to holiday hosting. This 3 crock pot is amazing. So let me tell you why I absolutely love this. One, it holds a large amount in each one, but they're individually controlled. And just pretend that you don't see this control missing. That is how many years I have had mine. Use it over and over and I love it. So like, say you have corn in this one and you have your stuffing in this one or whatever, and you want one on low or one on high. Each one of them, it has its own individual setting, so they don't all have to be the same. I also use it for when no heating needs to be done. Say I want to put things in here that are heated and this one I don't. Say I just like want to set the rolls just to make it convenient for a buffet. Then no heat has to be in this one. So that's what makes it so convenient. And then it's great because when it's time to eat, these just pop up here. And then also it has the little spoon slot right here on each one of these that it can just set in there, keep it nice and organized, and then it just makes it really handy for your guests. You will be the ultimate hostess when you have this, and more than anything, it's so helpful and convenient for yourself. This next one you guys have seen many times when I'm making recipes over on Instagram and Facebook, and I think I've shared it here on YouTube also. I cannot live without this smaller crock pot when it comes to hosting. This is a 2.5 quart crock pot, has all the settings of low, high, and warm. But this is my appetizer one where I'm putting in like the meatballs. This is where I'm putting in like dips, those kinds of things. This is the perfect size. And then of course I use this for Jason and I for our 2-person crock pot meals because I don't need a big one. But this one is fantastic. I love that it has the lid that keeps it, for travel, and then you take it off. This is removable. It's just fantastic for those smaller items that you want to set out on your buffet, and you just don't need such a large crock pot. So when it comes to holiday hosting, if you are one that likes to set out dips and appetizers and those type of things, this is the perfect size for you. Be sure, if you're enjoying today's video, to please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. This next one is new for me and I'm so excited about it. So this is a warming pad. So a lot of times, here, we'll pull something out and pretend this has like a casserole or it has, something that you pulled out of the oven, and you want to keep it warm because obviously to be an amazing host, you want to serve warm food. This is a warming mat that you put on here. The cool part is this turns on, has multiple different settings on how warm you want it to get. Also has a timer for how long you want to leave it on. But one of the things I really like about this one is it has the little pad underneath so that I don't want my quartz countertops getting overheated and cracking or something. And I will let you know that I put this on full power. Nothing. It's still all lifted up and it'll still be nice and chilly underneath. And so it does a fantastic job. And then something that's really nice, let me show you this because I think that this is key. This folds up, it just rolls. So you just roll it up and then you can roll this up also. Has this little thing that comes with it. Because you have to admit, having too many gadgets can be such a pain. You want to be able to keep everything nice there. And then it comes with this little bag. And then you just put it in here and then it's easy to store. Look how convenient that is. Now you can just store that away and you don't have some big gigantic thing. So highly recommend this warming pad. Just so you know, I am listing everything down below so you can get the best holiday essentials for your home. So that way, if you have anything you want to get before Thanksgiving or Christmas or your next event, you will be set. Next up on our holiday essential must-haves, this one's for you. Let's talk about looking our best when we're hosting. I get a lot of questions about my makeup routine, so I thought it'd be a fun time to share that because you want to look your best for this holiday season. And this is a very big deal. Merit Beauty, which you guys know I've been using their makeup for forever now. It's my favorite, it's my go-to. They are having their only sale of the entire year where you can get 20% off site-wide, but you have to use my early access code, which is EA Leslie, so you can get in there and get the products that you love before the certain colors sell out and everything that you're looking for. So be sure to take advantage of this. But let's go through my beauty routine. Oh, and I wanted to let you know that with every purchase, you get their new little card case. So that's a really cool thing. So keep that in mind. Okay, so don't laugh. I'm just going to pull my little bangs back with my bobby pin because my headband went kapooey. And I do have a mirror over here to help me see what I'm doing. So next up, I'm using the Minimalist, and this shade is Bisque. This is what I've been using forever now. The cool part about the Minimalist is it will pretty much eliminate your need for foundation or concealer. It just kind of does both things in one. And so that's one of my favorite things, and it's buildable. So if I really want a total, makeup look, I can do that. If I'm wanting just something light to just kind of, cover up little imperfections that I'm having, this is like the perfect thing to use. It just goes in really smoothly, really nicely, doesn't go in my fine lines, and is not cakey. At our age, we know how important that is, and that is something that we do not want. So next up, I like to use the Bronze Balm. I use it in the shade Scene, and I like it because it just gives a little warmth and depth to my face without looking heavy. And I just like that definition. And I think it just gives me kind of that sun-kissed look I want, especially as we're getting into winter. I just feel like I need a little warmth brought back into my face. And this does a great job. And like I said, I love how it's not heavy. I don't want to look like I'm sculpted. I'm not at that age. And so I think this does a really nice job of adding in warmth to my face. Next up, to give me some color, more than just the warmth, I always use the Flush Balm. And this is the shade Mood. And what I love about this is this just goes on so nice and smooth. It's just got such a creamy texture. But it gives me that little sun-kissed look also that I'm looking for. And for me personally, I kind of like bring mine up. Ladies, we need to do everything at our age to get a lift. And so if I do this to where I'm like lifting up, instead of, staying down here at the balls of my cheeks, it does such a better job. I'm not a makeup guru, but I have learned this about myself. And then sometimes with what's left on my brush, I'll just add a little to my forehead here, just to kind of, the places that the sun just naturally kisses. And so once I have that blended in, my makeup routine takes less than 5 minutes. This right here is the holy grail for me. This is the Day Glow in Kava, and it gives me a nice sheen without sparkle. Like, I don't want sparkle, I want sheen. I want to look like I have healthy, glowing skin. And so I add this and just give it a little touch in. And I feel like this is what gives me just kind of that youthful glow. The key to everything in my makeup is to try and look youthful. And I think Merit does that. Next, I have the Solo Shadow in, I'm using Iris. And this is a really nice buildable cream to powder type shadow that you can, sometimes I'm just pop this on with my fingers. Sometimes I get fancy and I use a brush. But this is just quick and easy to give my eyes just that definition and a little bit of color that I need and make them stand out, but not have to think a lot about it. I don't want to think a lot about my eyeshadow. I've watched some people who just really go into it and do all this stuff, and I'm like, oh, I don't have time for all that. I just want to swipe and go. And the Solo Shadow does that for me. Few little blends of it on there, and I am done, and I can move on to the next step. I really love how this Solo Shadow sits on the eyes. It doesn't cake, it doesn't crease, doesn't go into the lines. It lasts all day long and will always just look very nice. So next I do the Clean Lash in black. I always feel like it does such a great job. It doesn't cake, just kind of helps define my eyelashes and do a very nice job. I cannot put this on camera. I'm one of those people that are like, ugh. Let me put this on really quick. And then last, but definitely not least, this is the shade Slick in Sangria. Sangria has been my go-to color. I've discovered it's the one I love the most for me. And this is a really nice tinted lip oil that is so moisturizing, gives you the color you want without drying out your lips, which, like I keep saying, at our age is so easy to happen, and I don't want that to happen. So this does a fantastic job. Okay, there you have it. Now I feel like I am ready to be the hostess with the mostest. One of the things that's so awesome about Merit, especially coming into the holiday season, it is the perfect gift, not only for yourself, because when they have the 20% off, this is when you want to stock up, and when you have early access, you can get in there and get the shades and the items that you want. So this is a perfect time to stock up for yourself, but then it's also perfect gifts for your mom, your daughter, your sister, you name it. I know so many people that always want to try Merit, so give them the gift of like beauty. I mean, that is something that's truly for themselves. So definitely take advantage of this because this is the only time they do this sale, and you'll get the 20% off site-wide. So be sure to use my code EA Leslie for that early access. I'll leave a link down in the description box. Don't forget, you'll get the free card case with every order while supplies last, and free shipping over $40 here in the US. And thank you, Merit, for helping us to look and feel our best this holiday season. Now, this is a holiday hosting essential. I have been using this for years and years and years, and it is one of my favorite ways to serve things that don't need to be warm. I've done cute little desserts on here. I've done appetizers that don't need to be warmed, all those types of things, and it gives such a beautiful presentation. I love the stacked, so it's easy for people to see what there is and what there is to grab. It's made out of, like the white porcelain, has the little thing, and it comes apart very easy to where then I just put it back in the box and store it year long whenever I'm not using it. But I've used this for so many hosting events, not just the holidays. I've done this for like birthday parties, baby showers, you name it, this thing has been used. This next one is so important, and that is having a nice serving caddy. I love this one. I have several different ones. Sometimes they're too big. I feel like some of the ones they make are so big and elaborate that honestly they take up too much space, especially if you have limited space. This little acacia wood one, we all know that type of wood holds up really well against scratches and water. But what I love about this one is I have room for multiple things. So I have my silverware. I even have a spot for my salt and pepper, my napkins, my paper plates. And say you don't want to put your salt and pepper in there and you want a separate compartment for like the smaller plates, you can move that one up there. It's just a really nice sized one. And then not to mention, look at these beautiful plates. You need beautiful holiday hosting paperware if you don't feel like doing dishes. But this one is large enough that it will hold actual plates. Let me show you. Let me go grab my plates and show you how you can switch this out. I've switched out, I've taken out my paper goods, which you know that the paper goods would be fantastic if you're having like a large gathering. You could fit a lot of paperware in there. But if you're having a smaller gathering, this caddy does hold up to 6 real plates right in here. So then you can still have a beautiful buffet with real plates. We don't always have to use, even though they have gorgeous options now, TJ Maxx, Home Goods, even Walmart has really beautiful paper plates. This will make your buffet look perfect. You will never see me hosting an event without this drink caddy. I've had this for years, and I can guarantee you it has been all over the place. Buffets, weddings, everything. I use this all the time. Of course, it's cute. It says mark your cup and drink up. I think the style they have out now is a smidge different, but it's all basically the same. It holds your cups, fits very nice big cups in there. I think, what are these? These are the big ones from Sam's Club. And then has a little marker that stays with it. So then each person can pick up their drink cup, write their name on it, and ready to go. And the marker goes right back in the holder, and it's just so convenient for everyone. And then you don't have a bunch of cups where everyone's like, where's my cup? Is that one mine? And then that way they're just, marked nicely with the name, and it just makes everything so convenient. So your next holiday party definitely needs one of these. If you want to be the hostess with the mostest, you need a trifle bowl. First and foremost, you can make the most stunning desserts with this. It is just a beautiful display that you can leave sitting out on your buffet or your dessert table or whatever you're doing for your guest. And it just will really draw their eye to it because we can see the layers through here, so it'll just be so beautiful. The trifle bowl is a showstopper, and more than just desserts, you could do like layered salads, you could do breakfast items in here. You could even use this as a punch bowl if you wanted to. More than just being pretty, it's practical. It holds a large quantity, which is great when you're serving a large number of guests. And then of course, cleanup's a breeze. You just have one bowl and you clean it up and you're done. You can't host a holiday gathering without having a beautiful charcuterie board. This right here, sometimes I think people are a little surprised that this is like my favorite one, but this one is amazing because one, it's kind of uniquely shaped. It makes a beautiful display for your charcuterie. I loved using this one. I do have some fun, like Christmas shaped ones. I have a reindeer. I think I have a Christmas tree. I'll be sure to list those down below also. But if you want something truly unique and you want it to be more spread out and just give a little bit more of an elegant type look, go with one of the long ones like this. I'll leave a link down for one that is just pretty much identical in size and shape over on Amazon to this one. And then just a reminder, one of the ways that I keep my cutting boards looking great is using the food grade mineral oil. So I'll wash them and then put this on there. It just kind of conditions them, keeps them, you know, helps with like the scratches and that type of thing, and just helps keeping it look beautiful so that when you're displaying it, you're not using like this old, you know, yucky looking charcuterie board. So I'll link this down below also because I feel like this is super great. And keep in mind, it is food grade, so it's totally acceptable for cleaning and then being able to put food on here. So say you're hosting, but it's not for dinner, you're hosting guests. You want to have amazing bedding for them. I'm cracking up at the lighting on this one. So the light is right there, and the way it's shining on this blue velvet makes it lighter up here and darker down here. But I promise when your bedding has filming lights on it, it won't do that. Or when your bedding doesn't have filming lights, whatever I just said. This is the Evergrace Velvet Quilt, and it is my favorite. I did a comparison a couple videos back between it and Pottery Barn bedding, and it is awesome. So one, it holds up amazing. It washes great. It's beautiful. It's soft, and it comes in a total array of colors. So if you're looking for something more neutral, something for the holidays, I love this icy blue, and then I put this little white throw on here. It goes nicely with my little white little stools down there. It just feels like a little winter wonderland. So it comes with the quilt, and it comes with the shams. And I will say, because if you haven't seen that video, it's an amazing size. For a queen, king, whatever, really comes down. You know how sometimes bedding just is short and it just drives you crazy because it's not coming down far enough? This one comes down so nice and far. So definitely check it out. I highly recommend this bedding. So if you want to be the hostess with the mostest for a beautiful guest bedroom for your guests. Oh, and I will let you know. So this is the box square velvet quilt one. They do have different designs. Like they have the smaller squares, different things like that. So you can really find your jam on like what you want for your home. So definitely check this one out. Your guests will thank you. Okay, if you're going to be a fantastic host and people are staying in your home, not just coming for dinner, we obviously just showed the bedding. I got these towels. These are so awesome. I had to get towels. I have to try them out. I have to make sure they're actually good. And I hadn't bought new towels for Jason and I in forever. So I've been using these for almost 2 months, about 7 weeks or so. And these are 100% cotton Turkish bath towels. I love that they have a variety of colors. I'm obsessed with this navy blue that I got. So they're an appropriate size. I know everybody's different, and some people like really large ones, or no, you know, I like a normal size towel. Just a nice, normal, not too bulky. These are great for guests. But one of the things that they do that is very important is they actually dry you. You know how sometimes you get those towels and they're not even really drying your skin and it drives you crazy? These actually dry. If you want to have nice towels for your guest, this is a great suggestion. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video as much as I have. We'll see you guys again. I actually have a bonus video coming up, so I'm going to see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.